Hi everyone, and welcome back to Kiwi Investments. If you're new here, then welcome. Today I will compare Hedge with Stake. They are both DIY trading platforms that gives everyday Kiwis access to the US stock market. I will tell you what I like and what I don't like about each of these platforms. Now, if you decide to sign up with Hedge, unfortunately I don't have any special link to provide you with any benefits. If you decide that Stake is the platform for you, then use the first link in the description to get yourself one free stock. So don't miss out on that opportunity. Now in this video we have a lot to go through. Without wasting any time, let the comparison begin with the difference in their fee structure. So let's look at the fee structure side by side. I will go through the fee structure as if I'm going to deposit money into the platform, buy shares, then sell shares, and finally withdraw the money into a New Zealand bank account. I will show you actual examples from the platform during and after going through the fee structure. Okay, let's say in this example you have 4,000 New Zealand dollars to spend. The first step would be to choose your platform and deposit your money. And right from the get-go, there is a difference in fee when you deposit money. So let's say at the time you make the deposit, the exchange rate between New Zealand dollar and US dollar is 0.6. If you choose Hedge, they deduct 0.5% of the current market rate. So if 1 New Zealand dollar equals 0.6 US dollars, then Hedge will convert your New Zealand money at 597 cents, leaving you with 2,388 US dollars to invest with. That's a total of 12 US dollars lost in fees so far. Now if you would have picked Stake as your platform, then when you deposit your money, they will charge you 1% of the total amount you are putting in, with a minimum charge of 2 US dollars. In our example, we said that the market rate is 0.6. This would equal to 2,400 US dollars. When you minus the 1% from that, you will be left with 2,376 US dollars to invest with. That's a total of 24 US dollars lost in fees so far. I'm putting the losses in fees in red, by the way. So at this point, when you compare the two, the difference in the amount paid in fees is 12 US dollars. Keep in mind, the bigger the amount you deposit, the bigger the difference would be. If you deposit 40 New Zealand thousand dollars instead, the difference would be 120 US dollars. Okay, moving on. Now it's time to buy. Let's say you wanted to buy into a company called Google. You might have heard of it. Let's say at the time you bought in, the price of Google was $1,000 a share. Now with Hedge, if you are buying fraction shares, so if you're buying less than one share, then Hedge will charge you 3 US dollars to make that transaction. Buying fraction shares might happen more than you think. In the US market, some companies are very expensive because they are so successful. Like Google, for example, their price for one share is well over $1,000. Most of us don't have that kind of money or are not comfortable yet to invest that much. Anyways, let's keep going. If you're buying one or more shares in a company, then Hedge will charge you 2 cents per share you buy, but a minimum of $8 per transaction. So in other words, Hedge will charge you $8 up until you buy more than 400 shares. Then after, you get charged 2 cents per share. If you buy 401 shares in a company, you'd be charged $8.02 US cents, so on and so on. By the way, I have a funny feeling they might lower the fees here. Due to success and competition, there are some talk on their Facebook page that they are thinking of lowering this to $3 for up to 300 shares. But right now that hasn't happened yet, so we'll stick to this. I'll update you when and if they do change their fees. With our 2,388 US converted dollars, after the $8 transaction fee, you would be able to buy 2.38 shares in Google. And let's put the 8 US dollars in red here. Oh, would you look at that? Just a quick example here. I actually have bought Google once upon a time using Hedge. Now this is a little different than the example we are working with, but it still shows the fee and how Hedge displays it to you in their transaction page. I have bought 3.39598 shares of Google at $1,177.86 US dollars per share, which came up to 4,000 US dollars plus the 8 US dollar fee, as you see here. Okay, back to our example. Let's move on to Stake. Now this is where their main selling point comes in. They don't charge any transaction fees, so it's free to buy and sell as many shares as you like. So in that case, with our 2,376 converted US dollars, you'll be able to buy 2.376 shares in Google. Do you guys see the difference? Don't just look at the difference in fees that are in red, but look how much you are getting in terms of money and shares. Okay, let's move on to selling. Let's say the price of Google has gone up $100 per share and you decide to sell. Well, with hedge, the same transaction fees apply when you go to sell. So after the $8 fee, you would get $2,610, which is a profit of $222 from your initial $2,388. Now, if you were a stake, when you sell your shares, as I mentioned before, there are no transaction fees for buying and selling, so it's free. And in this example, you would get $2,613.6 from selling your shares, which is a $237.6 profit from your initial $2,376 converted $. So you made a little bit of a more profit with stake due to the absence of transaction fees. But our fee structure journey isn't finished yet. So let's say you decided to withdraw your money into your New Zealand bank account so you can enjoy your profit. And let's say at the time of the withdrawal, the market exchange rate is the same as what it was when you deposited the money. So the Kiwi dollar held its position against the US dollar, and that would mean $1 is equal to $1.66 in New Zealand. Now, with hedge, same as when you deposit, when you withdraw, they will convert your money at 0.5% less than the market rate. So that means they will convert every US dollar at 1.6517, giving you 4,310.92 cents in New Zealand into your New Zealand bank account. Now, if we would have converted that money at the market rate, then we see a difference of $13 or 21.68 in New Zealand. And that's how much hedge has taken as their fee. So adding all the fees up, we have paid a total of $41 with hedge, and we have made 310.95 profit in New Zealand dollar amount. Okay, now it's time for stake. Stake will charge you 1% of your total dollar amount you want to withdraw, just like when you deposit with them. But unlike the time you deposit, they have an additional $2 withdrawal fee. They call it a bank fee. So if they use the market rate, then they would convert 2,585.46 cents in US dollar amount to 4,291.86 New Zealand dollar amount. That $2,585 is after the 1% and the $2 fee reduction, by the way. And if you add those two fees up, you get a total fee for withdrawal of $28.14 US. If you add all the fees you have paid with stake, you get a grand total of $52.14 US. And the profit you made with stake in the same situation as hedge is $291.86 New Zealand dollars. So you made $19.06 more with hedge. But there's a couple of things to consider. First of all, like I said before, the more money you deposit in, the bigger the fee difference would be. And if you're planning to buy and sell a lot, then stake might work out cheaper because you won't be paying those transaction fees. So which platform is cheaper? Well, that would depend on your situation and how you plan on using the platform. I just wanted to show you the difference in their fee structure and how those fees can add up. Now, if you think that's all that is difference between the two, then you would be mistaken. Stake also makes money from the money you have sitting in your account that is not invested. So they earn and keep the interest from the money you have in your account. Whereas with hedge, they will pay you the interest in a form of dividend. As you can see here in my transaction page, what is highlighted as market fund is interest I got from the money just sitting in my account. You get interest paid out to you every month. Stake, on the other hand, will keep any interest to themselves. Now, in this example here, I assume we are using the free version of stake. You can also get monthly subscription membership as seen here. The only thing that's attractive is what they highlighted in orange here. They trade on unsettled funds. So that is for people making quick and frequent transactions. Great for day traders. Speaking of day trading, let me bring you back. So day trading is when you buy and sell your holdings in the same day. The US stock market is much more volatile than the New Zealand stock market, meaning that the price changes are much bigger and you could make a decent profit in a day or two. Now, stake seems like it's aimed at people with that kind of mentality. I have day traded before and I don't recommend it to anyone. Let me tell you about my experience with day trading. Stake is new in New Zealand, so I didn't have it back then. I used something called interactive brokers, which looks like this. Yes, this was not user-friendly at all, and it took me a while to understand what was what. But that doesn't matter now. What I found is that trying to day trade in the US stock market while living in New Zealand is not a good idea, for two reasons. First reason being the time difference. The US stock market is open when we should be sleeping, so staying up during those times and then having to go to work during the day is harsh. Second reason is the disconnect with America. Yes, you can watch online American American news, but you still not get the full feel of what's going on over there. Like with the local people, local trends, local environment, some newspaper articles needs time to be put together and written. So there's that delay. Another reason why I don't like day trading, it's because it's basically like gambling. You're assuming when the market price would go up and when it would go down. I'd rather take my time to research a company, find one I like and believe in, and then invest with that company for long term. I like to think of it as buying into a company because that's exactly what you're doing. People sometimes forget that. Anyways, I don't want to spend too long talking about the way I trade because I already talked about that in my previous videos and I don't want to repeat myself. So let's move on to the look and feel of the platforms. Okay guys, so this is the inside of my Hedge account. You see here the portfolio value and how well you're doing. Obviously I'm not doing that good right now. If you want to know this in New Zealand dollar amount, you can just quickly change it and you see how much in New Zealand dollars you have lost or made. This is your portfolio value. And yeah, so if you want to deposit, you can either click on this what's available or you can click on this lines. Portfolio is what we were just looking at. Browse shares when you want to buy. Just come here to deposit your money. And in this page, it shows you your transaction history. But if you want to deposit, just click on deposit and it'll tell you the estimated rate. And remember, it takes 2 working days. So that's why this is an estimated exchange rate. It can change within these 2 days. With stake, on the other hand, you can pay 0.5% more and get the money within a few hours, and we'll give that a shot later on in the video. Back to Hedge. So it tells you which account number you had to put it in, and it will give you a reference down the bottom here which you can't see. So once your money has arrived within 2 working days, you can come to browse shares and you can look for shares through these filters that they have. More filters here. Shows you the most common ones. And if you already know what company that you want to buy, you can just search for it and have a guess what I'm gonna buy. You guessed it. Now when you click on your company, it gives you a quick overview. Doesn't really say much, just the price. Gives you a little bit information about the company. And that's all you have. So when you're ready, just go buy. Now these are the options that you have: buy at market rate, set limit orders, or you can auto invest. So these kind of basic stuff, I'm just gonna buy at market price. Now you type in the investment dollar amount that you want to invest. So in this case, I only want to spend $200. And here, like I said before about the transaction fees, I'm gonna get charged $3. So it's nice that they show you the fees. Now you go review. Your order will be placed immediately. That's because the US market is open right now. Right now it's 1 in the morning, by the way. Place order. Done. See all transaction. Now you can see it in the transaction page. It's already completed. See how fast that was? When the market is open, it's almost immediately. So when we go back to our portfolio, you should be able to see, there we go. There's our Google. Now let's buy another one. Let's go Tesla, since everyone loves Tesla. Buy at market price. Let's go to 100 again. Place order. Let's see how fast that was. Completed again. We have $118 left. Now there's a company that I've been wanting to buy. That's the company I want to buy. Buy. That's a lot of shares that we just bought. Okay, now let's say that you want to withdraw. You come to the same place where you deposit the money. Shows how much you have available, and you just click here on withdraw and type in the amount that you want to withdraw. Now, I made a withdrawal on the 2nd of April and it took 5 days for it to go through. So just keep that in mind. And this exchange rate would have been on the 7th. So if you look here, On the 2nd of April, the exchange rate between New Zealand and US has changed a lot since then. Well, not that much, but just I'm saying that just so that you have this in mind, that the exchange rate can go in your favor or against your favor by the time the money comes to your New Zealand account. And you will also get email when your money is on the way. There we go, how much you withdraw, what the exchange rate that they changed your money at, and it doesn't say how much they've taken, it just says fees are included. And that's it. It's very easy to use, very friendly. Okay guys, now it's time for Stake. I will take you through the sign up process as well, because Stake is new and most likely you guys will be signing up for the first time too. And as I said before, if you want to get one free stock when you sign up, then use this referral code. I will take you through this. Use this link. This will be the first link in the description, so just click on that. I'm going to copy and paste it to my browser and go claim free stock. Now you select your country, New Zealand, select your account type, individual must be over 18. Now the access code, you need the founder's access code. So my founder's access code is NZFounder2GXO. Copy and paste that, it'll be in the description as well. Continue. And now make sure that you have the referral code you see here. David, that's my name, P729, so that you can get your free stock when you sign up and fund your account. Now I'm signing up for a family member, so I'm gonna blur this out, but I'll take you through the process. So I'm just gonna type in my stuff. Some questions that you have to answer. Need your IID. Sign your life away. There we go guys, I just signed up with Stake. You need your IID number and your driving license. And don't forget to enter my referral code to get yourself one free stock when you sign up and put money into your account successfully. Your Stake account is ready. 8 funds to get your free stock. Continue. So this is the inside of Stake. It's a little bit different, but we'll get through this. Now, to get your free stock, fund your account and get your free stock. It does have an expiry, so let's get that sorted. I am gonna go with 400. Oh yeah, by the way, minimum is $50 that you can deposit, but I will go with 400 New Zealand dollars. That's the free version. I think you can do it by credit card, but they'll charge you. Speed. Now, regular or express. So this is actually nice that they give you the time that it might process. Express costs more, as I mentioned earlier in the video. So if you go regular, the price updates, so you get 237 US dollars. If I go express, I get 235. Now when you go deposit details here, it shows you a nice detailed breakdown of all the fees. So I'm gonna go with express just for now, and it's gonna cost me $2, but I want to see how it is, and if I have any difficulties with it, then I can inform you guys. I'm in no hurry, but I just want to do this for you guys and inform you if I do run into a problem. So this is the 1% fee that I was talking about earlier as well, and don't worry about the $5 fee. That's just a one-off fee that you had to pay at the start. Go next. And it'll come up with this pop-up. I'm with ASB. Continue. Now you type in your login details for your bank. It might seem dodgy to you guys, but that's just the way it's done, so that they can charge your account. Now this net code then is something that my bank does, just to make sure that it's me. Your bank might do the same. Not sure. So now that they have your bank details, you can select which account that you want it to come out from. And I'll go continue. You are paying 400 New Zealand dollars. Press confirm. This is again my bank doing this. Your funds are in flight. Another summary. So the exchange rate that they used was 0.61. And if you come to Google and type in 0.61. So there you go guys, they are not cheating us. So if you go to dashboard, now it's gonna say, congratulations, your free stock is now ready to be claimed. And you go claim free stock. This is where you just gotta cross your fingers. Claim your free stock, spin the wheel, and you will receive one of these stocks guaranteed. Yes, I'm kinda hoping it lands on GoPro. Isn't this fun? I don't want these two. Anyways, spin for free stock. This just feels like a casino. 1 share of Dropbox. You'll receive it within the next 3 trading days. Done. Hopefully you'll get what you guys wanted. Now let's say you want to buy something. Let's go to Google again, since that's what we've been talking about throughout this whole video. There we go. Click on the company, and here you have a chart. It's just like any other chart. Over here you have a little bit more. You have your PE, earnings per share, dividends. And this is what I actually really like. They have the latest news of the company. And this is another thing that I really like. So related stocks. So if you're into Google, if you like Google, then these are some other companies that you might like. More technology stuff. Now when you want to buy, click on buy. For the limit orders, you can put how many shares that you want. So let's say I want to buy 1 share at 1,200. So when it comes down to 1,200, hopefully Stack will buy me 1 share. Unfortunately, I don't have any funds yet, so that's sad. Stop orders when you're selling, and when you're going at market rate, you type in the dollar amount. So let's say 200, you have insufficient funds. But it's that simple to buy. Since Stake is new, it only became available to New Zealand today, and that's the reason why there isn't any money in my account right now. The money hasn't come through yet. I will probably do an update on Stake maybe a few weeks after. That's if you guys want it, I guess. Just one last thing before I go. Some people might be worried that Stake is an overseas company and you might not get the same customer service and care that you might get with Hedge. But I just want to show you something. If you go account and then go to support, and on the support page you have some frequently asked questions. But if you go and click support, you have more topics that you can search up for yourself, or you can type in what question you have and it'll come up with suggestions. But what I want to show you is that they have a New Zealand line that you can call, and I have called this number before and it was a Kiwi blog that answered. Very friendly, very helpful. They have an email as well. This 04 number is a Wellington number, so you can rest assured that you have some Kiwi help with you when you sign up with this global company. And that's it, folks.